just wasn't common knowledge. And if you didn't know this, that means you don't follow me. But white people have always indulged in cannibalism. They ate their slaves, and they ate black people that were free after the Emancipation Proclamation, after lynchings. If you didn't know this, you don't follow me, and if you don't follow me, you should follow me. My name's Chemistry. I teach Black history. I'm not part of Hillman Talk. I just do this for fun, and out of the passion that I have for spreading Black history. And just like everything else on my page, I'm not just feeding you a bunch of bullshit. There are a plethora of books that you can look into that proves that this is a fact. Books like The Delectable Negro, which covers recipes of how to eat black people. Another book called Edible People, the historical consumption of Negroes and foreigners, and I believe it was like the cannibalistic trade. And that's just two of many. But yeah, if you want to know more about the topic, if you scroll down on my page, I have a video called White People Ate Black People. It's very, very informative. So go ahead, learn you something, follow me. I teach Black history. Also tap my link.
This sponsorship is for Rumble, one that is incredibly important for the survival of the company. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built the platform from the small creator. They didn't censor or have bias. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor politician conversation or censor opinions on COVID, but they did. Facebook admitted they fell to the pressure from the Biden and Harris administration. Rumble did not. They held the line. They are attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They are attacked in corporate media. They are attacked by government like France. They are attacked from brands and advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brands and advertisers that don't get much of it. Watch our show on Rumble is the most they can ask from you. But if you really believe in this fight, and if you have the means, one major way you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in our human rights to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off with the promo code STUDIO when you purchase an annual subscription. Go to rumble.com/premium to use the promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means to believe in this cause, now is the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, we are just happy if you just watch us on Rumble. And I'm Dice Game G here on the We Are VishusTv, and I'm out.
Now back to our presentation.
You ever thought about what happens to your family members' bodies after you leave that burial service? Well, it's a video going viral right now of a guy that says he believes that it can't be bodies in those caskets. So it's a video going around right now of a guy saying that for a side hustle, he digs graves. And one day, while he was on this grave digging side hustle, he seen some shit that changed his perspective on graveyards forever. So basically, he said while he was digging, the cemetery director walked over to him and said, "We need to lift that casket up." So when they lifted this casket, the casket came up uneven, like it wasn't enough weight on each side of the casket. So basically, the funeral director told him, "Listen, we gotta lift it manually." When they lifted manually, he noticed that this casket was really light, super light, like it wasn't a body in it. So of course, that shit made him ask the question, why is this casket so light? And guess what the funeral director said? The director said, don't ask questions that you ain't ready for.
Grand Rising everybody. This is Dice Game G coming back here on the We Are VishusTv. You know what I'm saying? Dick and Dice Game Show. We extra lit here in the 2025. You know what I'm saying? Please give a thumbs up on this video. Please do, because like I said, I'm bringing in some information that some people just don't know about, and nobody's is talking about this at this time. You know what I mean? I guess, it really wasn't, it's not really a big issue or big topic, but to me it is. Because like I said, they've been lying to us, and they've been doing some awful things to us for all over these years. And now all the information, all the truth is coming out. You know what I mean? First thing first, if this is your first time viewing on this channel, you know what I'm saying, please hit that subscribe button. Show a brother some love. Like I said, we going in live and lit, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing this for over 7 years, speaking to people, speaking out on the internet. And now, you know what I mean, we crawling up there, you know what I'm saying, we heavily shadow banned, but we still kick the doors down. They can't stop what's the truth. They can't stop the truth. You know what I'm saying? So they can't stop God's chosen ones either. You know what I'm saying? And we going in on tonight's, you know what I'm saying, topic. And that's, is your loved one in them caskets? You know what I mean? Have you go back and check to see if your loved ones is still buried in that graveyard, that cemetery, or anywhere, you know what I'm saying, that, you had your family members, gravestones at, a gravesite at, because I've been hearing a lot of crazy things over the years. First thing first, they found 400 bodies stacked on each other on the border, the Mexican border, in Texas, and their loved ones was looking and trying to find their loved ones' remains. Now they probably done got, some confirmation that their loved ones was never in the ground. You know what I mean? They was stacked on top of each other, probably decaying, roaches and maggots and everything on them, eating them. But I showed the picture on Leslie K. Tyler's, live screen, because she the one talked about that, and I placed the pictures of the bodies, was laid out in that funeral home in the, off the border. I forgot what town it was, but I can leave it in the description, because like I said, where are the bodies going? You know what I'm saying? We had so many people pass on for the last 10 years, and where are the bodies going? A few years ago, I was hearing about, the military. Anybody one was dying that got killed in the military. I heard they was bringing, they supposed to been bringing the people's remains back home, and the military tell the family they can't view the body. No one can view the body. Anybody that have loved ones that died over there in the war, and I ain't talking about loved ones that already been over there and they came back over here. I ain't talking about old veterans. I ain't talking about the ones that made it back home through the war. I'm talking about the ones that didn't make it back, and they supposed to fly your loved ones' remains back here. Have y'all viewed the body when it gets off the planes? Or did you have a funeral for your loved ones and then had an open casket? Anybody had that, please, go to the comment box and let me know. Like I said, because I've been hearing a lot of funny things for over the years, and all the research I've been researching on. And these, what I'm gonna talk about now, the old heads know what I'm talking about. This potty meat. And y'all old heads know what I'm talking about, because y'all been privileged to know about the potty meat. Some of y'all done had some. You know what I'm saying? I probably done had some, not knowing. Just saying. And then we heard about this potty meat, all type of meats that's been grinded up together and put in a can. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what that meat is. Now I've been finding out, and the old heads back in the day were saying that, like, that's human meat. That's human meat that is in that potty meat. We've been finding, human remains in restaurant foods. Now, on top of that, now they can liquefy the bodies now and put the liquefied shit in our water so we can drink it. That's what I've been hearing about what's going on these days. I'm talking about some demonic things that's happening, and it's been happening on on this planet. And now all the truth is coming out now. And a lot of people want to take this in and want to say, yeah, they probably doing it. But most of y'all, like I said, most of y'all are NPCs. Most of y'all are NPCs. I ain't saying the ones who come and listen to this, you know what I'm saying? Because you know if you're an NPC, or maybe not. But I'm saying most of the people, 80% of the population on the planet is NPCs. That's what I gotta say. That's my opinion. I said that last time in that video I dropped about the NPCs. You know what I mean? Because people, you know, don't think. A lot of people don't think outside the box, or they can't think for themselves. They rely on the government. They rely on somebody else tell them information instead of them go in and doing their research on their own. And like I'm telling you right now, go and do your research about this, or go to the cemetery. Go to the cemetery, go to the grave diggers and see if your loved one's bodies is still in that coffin. I know it probably costs some money, you know what I'm saying? All those can't do it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if you can, if you have the resources, please go check that out. Because if your family member is not, or a loved one is in that casket, where is the bodies going? And what we've been hearing about them liquefying, or they stacking bodies up, or they grinding them up, using it for meat, putting it back on the shelves in the stores, you know, saying that's ground beef, or they saying that's deer meat, but actually you eating human meat. I'm just saying, because like we heard, like we seen, and it was in a news report that over 50,000 cows that mysteriously died a few years ago, you know, and that's a lot of meat. That's a lot of meat that's laying stretched out. Cow hamburger still just laying there. It's contaminated now. We can't use it. We can't eat it now. But where are we getting the meat at now? You know what I'm saying? You seen all these cows, chickens, and shit dying because something is going on. The frequency of the earth is changing. You know, birds falling out the sky and shit like that. Now we need to be asking that question: what the fuck are we eating? You know what I mean? You know, we've been talking about this for a long time now, but this is the first time I ever talked about, you know, the bodies. I mean, like doing, you know, at least a 15-minute, you know, video talking about where the body's going. Is they grinding the bodies up, especially, you know, if you was in the military, because I've been hearing a lot of funny stuff about the military. You know what I'm saying? And we know the military is training up super soldiers. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, making super soldiers out of humans, you know, and a lot of these people come back fucked up. Their mind fucked up because what they've been going through over there. And I won't even say it was the killing. I want to say it's something going on when they over there, and some of them, I've been hearing some of them get snatched up and raped and all type of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's a lot of weird stuff that I've been hearing about been going on in the military. Like we know, fighting and getting in this war is low vibrational. The demons over there, they love it. They love it. I mean, this is my opinion about, you know what I'm saying, about war. It's low vibrational. You know what I'm saying? You know, and first, you killing people you don't even know they ever did anything to you. They want to say, oh, I'm dying for my country. Really? Do you really actually know your country? We already know America is demonic. We already know our government is demonic. Now, so do your research on all of this, because like I said, this is so need to be known. The families need to, you know where their family remains at, because a lot of people are looking for their family members and they don't know where they at. I'm Dice Game G here on We Are VishusTv. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share this long and wide. And you know what I'm saying? If you need to comment, please comment down in the comment box. Let me know how you feel about this video. You don't have to be scared. We ain't trying to bite you. You know what I mean? We just, you know what I'm saying, just put some awareness to you. You know what I mean? Sharing some awareness so you can get, you know what I'm saying, do your research. You know what I'm saying? Please, if it's your first time, hit that subscribe button. I love y'all, and I'm out.